Hello, Gotta Stay here. I've come with a message, and please take what resonates and leave what does not. So, clearly, you have been dealing with an affair. If this is you, stay here. And so, there's a confession. There's a we have to talk, and there will be a confession. Now, either you'll be the one to initiate the talk, or they'll initiate the talk. Well, the talk. They're going to initiate the talk, or you will. Excuse me, I can't talk today. Because you know that there is a third person interfering in your relationship. Clearly, they're giving all this attention to this other person, and you're like, what is going on here? So then they got you out here feeling jealous, out here feeling insecure, fear of losing your companion, male or female. These readings are very much so mutual. So if you're a male or female, this could be for you. And with your relationship, you just don't want to let it go. They're like so important to you, like that cute little teddy bear. There has been arguments, but they've started dying down. You've been feeling just out in the cold with all of this because you know for a fact that you're not the only one. And they certainly are not being honest with you because this says deception, lies, deception, and secrecy. And also, they themselves, even it could either be that friend within the social circle wow, I wanted to say circus because like this had just been one crazy circus, and you're like, what are we doing here? Yeah, that wanted to like really come out. So yeah, we went with it. So it's almost as if they're being fake with you. They're this sly fox pretending to be this upright freaking tiger when they clearly are not. They're the sly fox. Oh, I like this. Talking about the sly fox and the fox with the deception. They're out here deceiving. I love how these cards just come together at times. Yeah, they've been deceiving you, and they've been hot and cold. Let me see. The hot and cold, because it was in the reverse. So maybe they stopped being hot and cold with you. You're hot and you're cold. You're yes when you're no. You're in when you're out. You're out when you're down. Yeah, you understand that they have been toxic with you, trying to like manipulate you and everything. But you can see through this. Like, all right, okay. All right. But it's been coming to a point that one of you guys here have been feeling as though you've lost your self-worth. Looking at that, wondering like, yo, were you even good enough? But remember that you are. And whether this situation has happened already or not, with them, I suppose at the end of all of this, they are just truly sorry, and they will very much miss you. You guys may miss each other, but no. And this right here it says teacher. It's a lesson learned. In this lifetime here, you are to learn about self-love, to love yourself and give to you, and don't give to this other person expecting them to see your worth. And there's another card where if you have done this already or not, as far as the relationship, if you've ended it or not, there will not be any regrets on your end because you had to do what you needed to do. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's going to feel like some injustice because it's like this person treated you some kind of way. They've had an affair. They weren't being honest. Where is your justice? But no, slowly but surely they're going to get it. It's in the reverse right now because it's going to take some time. And I know with everything you've been having those questions, especially with the relationship. At one point you were like, where do I stand? But clearly you don't stand nowhere concrete with them. And know that they were not being very honest with you. So in the end, you'll have to make a choice unless you've had to make the choice already. Make sure you choose yourself. Here goes a cheat. Choose yourself. It's you. Self-love. That's so important. Choose the cupcake, by the way, because you deserve to treat yourself after all of that. And so, with all of that, have a change in perspective because with all the good things coming in your life, don't let this be something that hardens your heart and you look at everyone as like the ops. You know what I'm saying? Looking at everybody like they're the ones to get you. Everybody's the same, because they are not. That one person was most likely a life lesson that you needed to learn, maybe even a karmic lesson. So really take the time to look at it from a different perspective on what you can give to yourself and how you can definitely look into not ever having this again. What lesson did you learn? And sometimes we go through certain situations so then we can better appreciate the new that is coming into our lives. And so at the end of all of that, there will be a lot of changes if it's not happening now. So a lot of changes happening, even though things may seem like it's falling apart. This card definitely represents the tower moment. And so with this tower moment, it may seem like things are crashing down, falling apart, and it's crazy, but it's really not. It's just a way of letting you know that there are change. This here, like this relationship has come to pass and is coming to pass for the new things to come into play. So, like I was talking about that karmic cycle with the relationship, yeah, there has been a lot of repetition, soul lesson, closure. So, this is what I was talking about. It goes back to that, saying that it was something for you to learn as far as self love, to love you. Okay, love you above all, because nobody gonna have your back like you do. Okay, stay prayed up, and in the end, it's in reverse. So you got to look closely at yourself and know about what that inner man wants. Know what that inner woman wants, that goddess, that king. What brings you to that higher level of consciousness? And I say that to you because you've been having a lot of intuition, meaning not a lot of intuition, but you've been having an awakening and you've been seeing a lot of synchronicities and signs. So there are a lot of changes happening, and pay attention to those symbols, those divine clues that they're giving you, because you're definitely going to have a career shift. It's time, you're ready, it's ready for you. And also, I've been having this in a lot of my readings about feminine energy. This is in a reverse because you're not being the nurturer that you need to be for yourself, but there's a lot of masculine energy, which is great for the masculine energy, meaning that you've been setting your boundaries, saying no, being active about being protective with yourself and your energy, your space, because maybe when you got to deal with bull crap, is you dealing with it. So that's good that you're setting boundaries and things of that nature. I had to like really learn about this card because this was news for me. I've always seen the femininity one. When we see these together, in the end, it's like about yin and yang. When I think about yin, I think of more of like self-care, love, softness, calm, rest, sleep, relaxation. Masculinity is the energy, the active, the protection, the boundary setting, the being direct, knowing what you want and staying like true to yourself. Beautiful. But the yin, as of right here, where you need to rest more. Like, it's good that you're taking action, but you're taking way too much action. Too much is going on. You're like going, 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 going. But remember, if you've seen any of my readings, if not, look, take care of you, because if you don't take care of you, nobody else is going to take care of you. When you're having to go on and on and on, even computers that stay on for too long breaks down at some point. Whew, I had to take a water break. So yes, back to the yin. Well, excuse me, the yin and the yang. You need to take care of yourself, because even computers can move so fast and keep going, 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 and eventually they malfunction too. So take care of yourself and stop being guilty taking a rest, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I have that issue as well. Like, you see my background where I got like little flowers and a like, I had to make my home my sanctuary. If I'm going to be home, I want to be in a home that represents me, something that represents my inner self, not clutter with chaos. But of course, I had to take time to do that every now and again, and not like thinking as if everything has to happen today, because it does not. Take your time, but rest is so important. And shoot, for the first time in a long time, I actually took time this weekend and relaxed. Like, I sat down, I watched my Benja with Babish, because I love to watch food. And if you know anything about you probably don't, maybe do, maybe don't, but I have like another channel, Miss Day, with like I think 3 ones or 4 ones, something like that. And I have like a TikTok. I haven't been on it TikTok in a while though, but I would bake and do all these things and it was fun and all, but it's like you need to rest. Going. You need to rest. Like I know a lot of these influencers, they're like, oh, the best way to get things done or to be successful in life is to get up at 3 or 4 in the morning. Even though 3 or 4 in the morning, you do get a lot done. But you want to give to yourself. Make time for you. Whether if you want to start small, do it like, maybe take 30 minutes aside or an hour and watch something that you like. Relax yourself. Take a nap. Take days to just rest, okay? You need to find balance in your life to feel good. Yes, it's good to keep, that's good, the boundaries and not being manipulated and pushing through. It's good that you are a hard worker, okay? But you need rest just as much as you want to work. So take a day. Maybe start making it where you take a day during the week to rest and relax. And that doesn't mean rest and then you go and make a whole dinner sequence for like 5 people. Like, please don't do that. And maybe not that per se, right? Because maybe not everybody likes to cook, but just relax, take time for yourself. And that's also talking to me too. Like I said, for the first time in a long time, I took a full weekend off to myself. So the most that I did was write down a small plan of what I was going to do for Monday rather than pushing through and it's like, oh, I need to, consistency. And going back to when I was talking about the influencers, they were talking about like, oh, you start at 4 or 5 a.m. and then you do this and you do that. You need to do your workout and you do this. You can't jam pack your day. By the end of everything, you need a damn nap. And then you don't nap because you got other things to do before you even go to bed. And then you want to have your own ritual. It's too much. We need to learn to have balance. Will we get what we need done, have a cutoff time, and then have the time for us? So work on that a little better. But that's really good that you got boundaries up because boundaries, oh my goodness, boundaries is something that I came into this life without. And I had to learn that boundaries are so important. And hopefully that wasn't your lesson, but I'm glad that it's not a lesson that you have to learn right now. We passed that cycle. So, in the midst of everything dealing with the relationship stuff, make sure you make time for friends. Again, take time to rest. When I was talking about that yin and yang, take time to rest, have time with friends, cut loose, go for a travel, go someplace nice, and understand that there are new things coming into play with life. So you may be either getting a new home, but for sure there are new doors opening for you. There's a new arrival of something entering into your life, something good. See, this card is pretty. It's cute. Look at that mousey. He's adorable. Yes, you have like a new arrival. Whatever you've been doing, something new is entering your life, and it's something good. And it's time for a new direction in life. It's time. Just like when I was talking about, the new change in your career. Yes, it's time to take a new direction in life. Focus on you. No more looking at that relationship stuff because, like, put that behind you. Put him behind you. And when you move forward in dealing with, other men or women, know that your self-worth should never be sacrificed when you're trying to love someone else. And if you're in the energy of trying to love someone else and it's not coming natural, then it isn't for you. There are changes ahead. And right now we are at the time of this video. This video is timeless. But at this moment in the springtime, since it is spring, right? It's in a reverse because it says new beginnings. Maybe the new beginning isn't happening right now, but you could definitely expect changes during the fall time. Now, as far as the things that you're working on in life, know that it's about to pay off because you've been planning very diligently, okay? And you've been working on it. So if you're working on it, it's expected to pay off. Think about it within 15 days or 15 weeks, it'll work out. It's either this card is either talking with that or about the changes that are coming, but that really doesn't make sense. Oh, actually, it does. With the new arrival, you can see it or expect it between 15 days or 15 weeks because, excuse me, because that's what we have here, days or weeks, 15. Wow, somebody probably does not want me to deliver this message because I was not having any sinus issues until now, and I'm coughing. I'm like, oh my goodness, I need some water. Now, before I get to like the last big part of this card, this reading, we have take a gamble. So, whatever wishes that you have to come true, it will, because it says wishes are coming true. So, make sure you take a gamble on yourself. We have these thoughts that come to our mind for a reason. I remember I was talking to a reader in the past, and I remember she was telling me at the time, like, hey, business has been coming towards you. And I'm wondering, like, well, what is she talking about? And it was because I kept thinking about a certain business idea and to open up a certain store. And I was like, I don't know. I kept making excuses. And she's like, when we have these things come to us, it's coming to be birthed through us. Or maybe there's a certain lesson we have to learn. So take a gamble on yourself because it's worth it. Now for the PB and J. let me let me start from the back. Start from the top. You will be meeting your twin flame. And this one will be romantic. Sometimes it's not. And y'all will have just chemistry. There's going to be a beautiful spark. And so I know that you're really not into the gesture of romance, especially after all that you've been through with people being fake with you, the whole lies and deception, feeling like you're out in the cold without the warmth of love, and the arguments that had to die down, and all of this crap. I know that romance does not look like it's the thing you want to think about right now, but know that it'll be a true love, okay? Confirmation. So know that it will be a true love. And before you know it, you will be falling for them. It says falling for you. You're like, I'm falling for you. Or they're falling for you. Vice versa. Like I said, there's just an attraction, this spark. Y'all are like a magnet to one another. And you'll know who this twin flame is because, I don't know, when you see them, you're going to be so drawn. So be ready, even though you probably not. But hey, I'm letting you know what the cards say. But yes, you're gonna have a celebration with dating. Excuse me, y'all are gonna date each other. It's gonna be a celebration. They'll be like your peanut butter to your jelly. So know that that is coming. If you're excited, woohoo, awesome. If not, maybe think about it, take it slow, have this new perspective, like I spoke about earlier. It's supposed to work out. So I have a bunch of these cards, and these cards, look, if you are any of these signs, this card is for you. So we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Let me know if this reading resonated with you. I wish you the best on your journey, and I will see you in the next one.